Okay. Before I say anything, I want to let you know I literally just moved into my new dorm today. So I apologize if the audio's different. And that just goes to show how tired I am with everything, because the fact that I need to come up here and say something to spread awareness about this. As I'm tired, I've been up for 12 hours, I've walked probably over 5 miles, says something. With that out of the way, I want to get my little preamble out again. You always know I have to do this just to make sure we're all clear. First thing, I originally wasn't going to break my month schedule to upload this. It's just like, not to put myself on any higher standpoint, but after putting out that grievances video that was building up in my mind for a long time, part of me feels like now that it's not even about the community anymore and more so the dev team in this specific situation, that I kind of have to say something. Like, obviously I don't have to. I could just move on with my life and do whatever, but in this case, I don't feel comfortable not saying anything. Number two, while I was a Daybreak YouTuber, and as I'm recording right now, I have 91 videos related to Daybreak, from Daybreak 1 to Remisted. I'm not a Daybreak drama person. I know it looks like this, and if this is your first impression of me, hello, I'm sorry, this has to be your first impression. If you are new to the game, and this is your first impression of me, I'm so sorry. And I hope better things for you, because this is not a comfortable situation. Number three, while my opinion on the dev team was relatively positive for a while, my stance on them is neutral now, and that will reflect in my language. So I'm sorry if at times I get a little heated or aggressive. I'm trying to really be careful with my language, especially because these walls in this dorm, I don't know how thick they are. I'm assuming they're not. So I'm just gonna try to be mindful of the people around me and my voice level. Also, when it comes to the stance or my neutral perspective on the dev team, it excludes artists, at least ones that weren't mentioned on Cade's side. My memory's a little finicky right now, so I'll have that video in the description. Please watch that. Honestly, watch Cade's video before looking at mine. Honestly, watch Cade's video and Ancient's video before mine. Do that, please. And I do feel bad for Brenda, but my opinion, and this is probably going to get me like slimed out by a few people, and probably a perspective on me slimed out from the dev team in general, but at this point I do not care. I'm 50-50 on Brenda too. Now, should she have to do the damage control for all of this? No, because she's not the one who perpetuated this behavior. At least I assume not. It's her friends. But the fact that there hasn't been some type of statement yet in the past few days, albeit I'm not trying to rush them, but something needs to happen aside from Solana's nothing burger message about stuff that was already established. It's just, there needs to be more speed, you know what I mean? Like, and as I'm going to, I have notes up in my phone to make sure I stay on track. I'll be strike throughing and marking my checklist, so if I stop for a period of time, that's why. But fourth thing, before I get onto my main points, this is not about me. I never wanted this to be about me. Just, oh my god, that lightning. It's just, since it has expanded past issues with the community now, there needs to be more, like, jumping the gun. Well, no, that's a bad way to phrase it. There needs to be more talk, more speaking, lock in. Now, I'm not expecting everybody to like, oh, blah, 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 because then it gets redundant, but this is going to sound so redundant too, but these were also feelings I've had for a while. So just cruise me for a little bit. All right. On to the actual meat of this. If you do not know, recently, a former fan and ex-artist, semi-tester for the game, aka Cade, recently was banned from the dev team for under the accusation that they were responsible for the Daybreak leaks, which were proven, or at least to our knowledge now, have not been true. And because of this, they have been harassed through burner accounts on TikTok, shit talked on from the dev team, and received various threats. Trigger warning, let me put that on screen. Okay, thank you. They have received online harassment threats, that for grape threats, death threats, and they had their location doxed. I will get into what that means later, but the fact that that is happening to someone, even though the situation, until we had it in our knowledge, in our hands now, was private and only within the dev team, that says something disgusting. That is actually disgusting. So I'm gonna scrub through that. All right. When it comes to my second little checkpoint here, Cade getting doxxed and what that means, considering the server was mostly private. If you work within a development team, a development server, and you try to prove, you give them the option to ask you questions to prove that you were not responsible for those leaks, and they actively deny you, and then you proceed to get these threats, that can only mean two things for me. And Ancient explains it better, so I'm gonna link to his video too, because I feel like I'm kind of repeating a few things, but that can mean two things. Number one, same issue I had with the community, the lack of wanting to be confronted, the lack of confrontation. It's prominent in the community, and that makes sense because it seems like it's prominent in the dev team too. And number two, considering that this information would have not been readily available to us at the time that it occurred, or at least around the time that it occurred, that would have had to mean that those threats Cade was getting were internal, that they were burner accounts from someone or some people within the dev team. I'm not going to name names. There's no reason for me to. I want you to form your own opinion on that. But with those possibilities in mind, it's filthy, it's unsightly, it's pathetic, and it's disappointing. I love Daybreak. Grew up with it. I invested a lot of money into it. I invested a lot of my time into it, as you can see by the 91 videos I made on it. But when you see things like this, it's hard for me to ignore it. It's just really disgusting. And on to my third little checkpoint. It is completely unexcusable to let this behavior even happen or start. And it is unexcusable to let this go on in the first place. So I am severely disappointed within the developer team or the people involved in A, accusing Cade, B, ostracizing Cade, and C, harassing Cade, because this just shows how immature you people are, including if they received any external threats outside the dev team from the community. It shows how pitiful you are, how bored, how pitiful, and how disgusting of a human being you are. I don't care what you've done, as it's not my business, but even if they were to be the one doing the leaks, sending those types of threats to someone online is just horrible. And as always, I encourage you to not only be respectful, like your damn mama should have taught you if she was there, but to practice respect on the World Wide Web. I don't care how old you are. Just because you type little words behind the screen does not mean you cannot be held accountable. Said and done. You are filthy. You are disgusting. You do not deserve my respect. You do not deserve anybody's respect if you send that towards someone. Fourth thing, the community, and this is like something I've had for a long time. I failed to mention it in my grievances video because I felt like it wasn't needed or it wasn't part of that conversation. But the community and the state it is in right now is a reflection of the Daybreak server's failure of being accountable for themselves and their community. Daybreak 1 was horribly moderated before it went read only. And in fact, I wouldn't even call it moderation at all, considering they broke their own rules and they keep breaking their own rules. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that, but if you were there at that time, you know. And so seeing how situation after situation, by the way, that last one I posted on Daybreak was 2 weeks ago, and we've already had 2 other things of bullshit pop up. It's just the mother lays the egg and leaves the egg to do whatever it wants, and it has to thrive on its own without guidance. And you know what happens sometimes if they don't learn to grow their wings and fly? They're going to sit there and depend on other people, and they're going to get chewed up alive. And that's exactly what's happening right here. The parts of the community are disgusting, and this whole situation, specifically with the threats towards Cade, is disgusting. Nobody should be dehumanized like that. Especially a grown-ass woman who dedicated time after previously being a fan to assisting with your project. I'm getting redundant, so I'm going to go on to my 5th point, is the fact that the damage control that's put on Brenda's shoulders seriously has to be considered now. Again, Ancient made a better point, but there's two things. You either address it and just accept what happens, give your side so people can understand your perspective of it, address how that's going to impact development as a professional would, regardless of it being a passionate project or not. It doesn't matter if it's a passion project anymore. It doesn't. Or ban people for speaking up on it and look like a fool and look suspicious. Either way, it's gonna be bad. You can't avoid it now. And while I feel bad that Brenda always has to like carry the freaking, like, it's like that picture of the ant carrying the sack. Like, they have to carry that sack around for shit that she didn't even do or didn't even deserve. The matter of the fact is that the majority of the dev team is friends of Brenda or friends of friends. And if you cannot encourage your friends to have some level of maturity and accountability for their actions and their words, then that makes you look bad too. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I feel bad for Brenda. Yes, I feel bad that she has to go through day-to-day life knowing these things are occurring. At the end of the day, you're the owner. So, regardless, you're gonna have to speak. And I'm gonna be honest, I demand some type of, like, whether it's brief or a whole paragraph, I don't care. I demand some type of response, because letting these people go on scot-free, especially whoever the leaker is, while Cade is sitting here and still getting harassed, is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's not okay. So that scratches 2 points off. What I'll say is, since it's going to be going in a little bit of rant territory after this, is if the Daybreak devs see this video, and I specifically mean the ones who related to Cade getting harassment and shit talked, especially the leaker, I hope you can grow and mature as people and develop some type of moral conscience in your brain to understand that this is not okay. I don't care if you have a moral high ground. Shit. I don't even care if you think I have a moral high ground. You just need to have fucking common sense. This shit is not okay. It's not. Over a fucking Roblox game too. Like, shit, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And, again, this is not about me, but from my perspective, For my monthly upload for September 3rd, I was actually planning on doing a Daybreak killer redesign video. I actually have like a 1,000+ word rewrite of Watcher's backstory. I don't even feel comfortable posting that anymore. Now, I think I might still do it, but I'm on the fence. It's so funny because this game, not only community, but now the dev team has made me, like, as someone who enjoys the game and records it for other people, it's made me so uncomfortable to the point where I don't even want to touch it anymore. And I play that thing religiously. What is wrong with you? What is wrong? No, what is wrong with all of y'all, actually? Again, excluding artists and voice actors. I'm not concerned with them. It's not about them. Yeah. To the people who continue to get on Cade's ass about shit they didn't even do, I wish nothing but growth from you, but I also wish nothing but education for you. Y'all need to be educated. Y'all seriously need to be educated, because this is ridiculous. Again, please, I cannot reiterate it enough. Look at Cade's video. You can take what I say with a grain of salt, but I heavily encourage you to form your own opinion. Again, power and multiple perspectives. And yeah, no, this is disgusting. Please don't go messaging people, spamming people, harassing people for anything. Whether they spoke up about it, whether they're reiterating what's already happened to spread awareness, or the people involved within said, I don't like the word drama or incident, but I'm gonna say for this case, situation in air quotes. And again, educate yourself, be respectful, be responsible, and just don't send people death threats like that. Just don't threat people. Don't. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm drinking an iced coffee at like 8 p.m. And I have to run all the way downstairs and use the damn bathroom. So have a good day. Stay creative. If you're in school right now or working, I wish nothing but the best for you and your obligations. And take care. Peace.